At home, Sasha looks through the modeling photos of her and Cody, and then glances at a photo of her and Brando. Sunny drops by, and they sit down. He asks about being back at work, and Sasha says it's been going well. She needs the company to do well as they lost so much money during the lawsuit. Sunny explains that's why he came. He wants to talk about her financial situation. He'd like to audit her accounts to find out how much Gladys stole from her. She doesn't see the point as the money is gone, and so is Gladys. She thanks him for getting Gladys out of town and not sending her to prison. He was merciful to her. She is focused on moving forward and the future, but Sunny feels she still deserves to get her money back. Sunny feels responsible for not keeping a closer eye on Gladys as Sasha's guardian. He wants to pay Sasha back every dime she lost. Sasha appreciates the offer and is touched, but she can't accept it. She doesn't need the money back, and this has taught her that she's stronger than anyone thought. She says for the first time in ages she's enjoying herself, and the silver lining in all of this is she sees every day as a gift, and she knows she is a survivor. Sunny feels he still owes her, and he likes to pay his debts. She insists this isn't his debt. She suggests he donate the money to a charity that supports mental health in Brando's name, and they'll call it even. He tells her that she has a deal. Gregory stops by to see Alexis at the office, and she sees he's using a cane. Gregory says he'll need it until he'll need a wheelchair. She's in favor of keeping him on his feet as long as possible. She asks what she can do for him, and he needs her to help Finn. He fills her in on the issues with Diane being unable to represent Finn, and Alexis calls this a disaster as Diane never loses. She says the hardest cases she's faced have been against Diane. She says Finn comes off as not very personable, so Diane will use that to paint him as arrogant doctor. Alexis has an idea and makes a call. Curtis visits with Nina at the Metro Court. She apologizes for not being in touch sooner, but is so happy that he wanted to meet. He says she might not like what he needs to ask her, as it's a big favor. He is looking into the shooting, and Nina asks where she comes in. He was hoping she could give him complete access to the hotel. Nina gives him a master key card to the hotel and says the room the shooter was in has been kept vacant. He asks about security footage, and she says it was the first thing the cops took, but the original footage may still be accessible in the mainframe. Curtis asks if he can have her password to it, and she gives it to him. She trusts him, and she knows this is important to him. Curtis lets her know the bullet likely was intended for Anna or Sunny. Nina wants to make sure that this person doesn't try to shoot her husband again, which makes this important to her too. Nina talks about being married to Sunny and growing closer to Willow and her grandchildren. And while she's happy, she's scared at what she has to lose. He tells her what his Aunt Stella told him in rehab: stop focusing on the negative and focus on what you have. Nina says she doesn't want anyone to take her family away. Curtis can tell they aren't talking about Sunny anymore. Nina says it's nothing, just a little tension between her and Michael. He knows she's not telling him everything, and he won't push. However, if she ever needs help, he's here for her. She thanks him.